Real Madrid were clinical, and they are through to the quarterfinals with PSG, Arsenal and Sporting. But CJ, the Arsenal fairy tale season, if you like, continues into the Champions League quarterfinals, top of the Premier League, Carabao Cup final this Sunday, FA Cup quarterfinals where you'll face Southampton away. Can this Arsenal team be stopped?
Of course we can be stopped. We're human, but it's down to us to prove everything wrong. At the end of the day, yeah, there's been a lot said about my football club from people that don't support my football club. End of the day, the dream's alive. We're still in all competitions. Do I think we're going to do the quadruple and all these things? Of course, I'd love to be wrong, and who wouldn't want to win everything? But I think that's near enough impossible. It's always impossible until when someone does it. At the end of the day, we're kicking on. We've done what we've needed to do. You know, it was a draw going into the game against Leverkusen. We weren't necessarily happy in Germany, but we've handled business. It's a convincing professional performance. There's no injuries apart from those that was prior to the game, and now full attention's on the game, or better yet, the final on Sunday, man. We've got a good chance of ending this season with a bit of silverware or two. I don't think the Premier League's decided. Obviously, it's a 50% chance in the League Cup final. Champions League, I don't really rate our chances as much as Why not? I've spoken to you lot before. The Champions League is the one I really want. I just think it comes down to individual brilliance. And at this moment in time, I know Eze scored a screamer and Rice stood up to be counted, but I can't sit there and say if we go into the next phases and we stink out the gaff, who is just going to simply get us out of jail? Like, as romantic as it was last year against Real Madrid, when you go through to the next round against PSG, when the romance dies, you saw the first leg. You know, the first leg, our balloon was popped, obviously, against Dembele. We went over to France, and it was an amicable effort. But I still remember how that game felt in that.
Yeah, but look at the run.
Nah, bro.
Sport in Lisbon.
Nah, man, don't do that thing of looking at it on paper.
Easy,
like we always sit here and say every team needs to be taken seriously. Every team has earned the right to be there. Obviously, on paper, I'm sure the bookies probably favour Arsenal. But I've seen shocks happen. I've seen worse things happen. So we just got to keep putting the left foot in front of the right and earning the right to be there. Sporting Lisbon, you got to fear. No, I wouldn't say I fear Sporting. I know that when you lot clip this, you probably say I fear them. They've got nothing to lose against us. Like, if they lose against Arsenal, it's not going to sell too many papers. We just need to keep going. And of course, when that game rocks around, I don't know what our team's going to look like. I don't know for our form, our sentiment, who's going to be fit, who isn't. All we can do is win our games. We did what we needed to do against Everton. We've done what we've needed to do today, and we need to do what needs to be done against Sunday. Obviously, enjoy the international break, and then it's FA Cup with Southampton away. Just keep doing what we're doing. Win games. Simple as that. Business end of the season.
And that's thinking. They are winning games. And again, we don't have to have a conversation about the style, but Arsenal, I said we're not. No, but what I'm saying is this is a ruthless Arsenal team, a streetwise Arsenal team. We know they're good defensively, Arsenal. Look, winning the quad hasn't been done, has it, before, Kim? We know how difficult that is. CJ mentions there in the Champions League, individual quality, which obviously teams like PSG and Barca and Bayern Munich have, but can they be stopped? Will they be stopped?
They're not going to go from bottling 3 titles in a row to winning the quadruple.
Sure.
They're just not going to be able to do that, I don't think. I think... Look, you can talk about the side. It's a decent Arsenal team. They just have to be better than everyone else, which in the Premier League they have been, because City have been really poor and Liverpool have been really poor. There will probably become a game in the Champions League where they come up against a really top team on top form, whether it's a Bayern Munich in the final, whether Barcelona pick up some form and they go through, even whether Sporting Lisbon have a ridiculous
I think we can
game
beat them sides, though.
No, you have all the confidence in the world.
I'm not sitting there being bullish, but I've seen my team cope with these guys.
You have all the confidence in the world, and I wouldn't.
No, I've got confidence in us standing up to be counted, making it difficult. But again, Champions League, how many times have you seen Real Madrid on the brink of going out? Going back to when Pochettino was at PSG, there's 89 minutes in the game that they've been tactically outdone. You saw Carlos start to do this with his eyebrows. You saw Valverde stand up to be counted. I can't say we have that. Of course, Eze has done today what he's paid to do. Saka ain't done it this season, but we hope he does. That's what gives me confidence in the Champions League. Of course, anybody can turn up and anyone can beat anyone, but I've said this to you two before. The Champions League, if you could offer me the Prem right now in the Champions League, purely speaking for myself, I want the Champions League. My team ain't done that. If I had to pick it for this football club, and specifically Mikel Arteta and the players, I'm going to go with the Prem. Champions League, as long as you're in it, you're in it. Box smart. Premier League, we've got a real chance. I don't subscribe to the idea that it's all done, because a lot of people thought it was done when we drew against Wolves. So again, a week's a long time in football. Yeah. We just need to keep going. Obviously, the League Cup final is the League Cup final, but I'm sure you lot have had the question about if City win or if Arsenal win, what could that mean for their seasons going forward? So just keep doing what we're doing. Just keep our feet on the ground and just hope just keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully May is a successful time. And I hope to see Abbey in Finsbury Park.
You just said that.
Straight out of here on the 26th, mate. I've already booked something.
Swear down.
Swear.
People, get in the DMs, man. Don't let her run. Don't run from the ground.
I'm off. I've got my contractual obligations.
Whenever she's back in this country, people, you know what you need to do.
You won't find me, CJ. I'll be coming back out for the World Cup, so you won't see
me. That's not. There's a fun in that, Abby, man.
You won't see me.
There's no fun in that. North London forever in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably quite wise for you, isn't it, to finish off work and then just disappear, right?
It's not just me. It's not just me.
Oh, really?
The few of us who will work at the other place. 26 off. Don't ask when we're coming back.
Yeah. You look, could get relegated and win the championship. You never know, Abby.
Even like when I do work in Finsbury Park a lot. Obviously, it's Arsenal Central, Arsenal Hub. Even on my way here, the amount of people that literally stop me, just laugh at me.
Are you famous?
In Finsbury Park,
as well in the FA Cup. Can Arsenal win the quadruple? My goodness me, it's going to take some stopping. Real Madrid have scored against Man City. Man City 1, Real Madrid 2. Vinny Jr. scores from close range, and he's got his top to show to everybody. And Donnarumma is going over and is not happy, maybe. At the celebrations there, but I don't think there was any problem there. Kim, mate, Man City 1, Madrid 2, 5-1 in aggregate. I'll ask you this one more time. I've said it a few times tonight, but this feels brutal on Man City, doesn't it?
Yeah, we played well. I think we played pretty well this game. I don't think 5-1 is a particularly fair reflection, but we deserve to lose. We definitely deserve to go out because we haven't taken our chances. We've had some really, really good chances, particularly in this game. The first 20 minutes of last game, and you go to the Bernabeu, let's say you're 2-0 up. That completely changes the complexion of the tie, obviously. We were instead 3-0 down at half-time, and we've been made to pay for our own mistakes. And it's the story of the season, to be honest. You look at that West Ham game, how many chances did we have in the last 20, 30 minutes of that West Ham game? Nottingham Forest, they had 2 shots. One of them was a back heel, the other one was from 35 yards, and they ended up drawing the game.
And just confirmation, Vinny Jr. just straight offside, so obviously it doesn't matter to the outcome, but it's Man City 1, Real Madrid 1. Where does this leave City season, Kim? Obviously, title race, we know it looks tough. Is it now kind of prioritise, obviously, Sunday in the FA Cup?
I think Sunday is going to be huge, because I think the FA Cup we're always pretty good in, and I would expect us to get to Wembley at least for a semi-final for that, definitely. I think Sunday is huge because that is by far our most likely chance of a silverware. We've got 90 minutes to come up against Arsenal. Pep's record against Arteta is pretty good on the whole. I think, I wish, to be honest, that at half-time he'd just taken off most of our players and put on the kids, because we were never going to win this game, even though I had the slight glimmer of hope.
You said you had half a chance.
I know, even though I had a slight glimmer of hope, let's be honest. I mean, we were never going to win this game, and I think Sunday's absolutely huge. I do think that the title race is over. Yeah, I think the last week has really defined our season. We're
dropping 4 points to Forest.
Dropping 4 points to Forest and West Ham. Getting embarrassed, whatever you say about the result, getting embarrassed against Real Madrid in both games. Vinny Jr.'s just scored now, so we've lost both of them. It's just been a terrible couple of weeks for City.
Yeah, not a good week. A few weeks at all for Man City. Sorry, is that the same goal?
No, I think
it's a different goal. No.
Sorry,
it's another one.
Vinny Jr. who's just scored again for Man City.
It's another one.
Right the first time.
So we need to have TVs behind Kim and behind there. Man City 1, Real Madrid 2. Vinny Jr. has scored for Real Madrid, and it is now 5-1 on aggregate. The ball came out to the right-hand side, whip ball into the box, and Vinny Jr. makes a really, really good run. Then it's a hard ball to defend, but sort of Motigate, he maybe gets sort of caught on his feet a little bit. Vinny Jr. He's definitely onside there. Vinny Jr. makes a good run off Motigate, and to be fair, the first time finish into the back of the net is really, really impressive, Kim.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Gay's been absolutely exceptional in the Premier League since he's joined, but the last 2 games, obviously he only played half of this game, and at the Bernabeu, I mean, he's been tore inside out. He really has. He's had a really, really difficult time, man. And I think it's his first ever Champions League game. Obviously, he was playing for Crystal Palace at the beginning of the season. Probably didn't expect to be going to the Bernabeu in February or March, or whenever it was in March. He didn't expect that. It's just a bit too soon for him. He's also playing with a new team and constantly rotating partners, constantly Kusanov, or is it Diaz? I think, look, we made good signings in January. I still think we're in a transition. I think this last couple of weeks have really shown that. I think the manner of the defeats and the manner of the performances, like the Nottingham Forest game, the game at the Bernabeu today, the game against West Ham, it just strikes me of a team who isn't quite at their optimum yet. Still a little bit in the infancy, because I don't think we've necessarily played that bad to lose 2 and draw 2 out of those 4 games.
It's not a ruthless City team anymore. It's not a clinical City team. There's City team, you give them a sniff, they put you away.
There's no
this
ruthlessness.
Team can't dominate games like they used to, can they?
Absolutely, and I think partly to do with that is just that football has changed. I don't think that many teams are really dominating games. You look at Arsenal, how many games this year have they actually been that great in? They've just scored goals at the right time. And I think City just haven't been able to do that. Part of that, as I've mentioned before, is the fact that our basically only striker has been on poor form, and we just don't have that great a backup cast in attack at the moment. We just don't. I mean, you look at who started the game at the Bernabeu. You had Savinho on the pitch. I mean, he's not a championship player. Never mind a Champions League player.
80 million.
I mean, it's one of the worst pieces of business in history.
The fact that we offered 80 million.
He is genuinely, as you know, I've been watching City since I was 4 years old. We've had some bad players like Carradi, Bianchi. Darius Vassell was better than Savinho. And I like Darius Vassell much better.
So nasty.
Much better. I mean, Savinho really is one of the worst players, and he's starting in the Champions League at the Bernabeu. That's a problem for me. So I think there's been some poor transfers. I think this team's in its infancy, and I think next season we will come alive. I don't think we need to spend that much. I think we've spent a lot of money over the last couple of windows. I don't think we need that much. Maybe a slightly better backup striker, potentially. Maybe a midfielder like an Elliot Anderson or someone with a little bit more gumption. But yeah, it's been a really poor 2 weeks. A season-defining 2 weeks, to be honest.
So Manchester City and Chelsea have been knocked out of the Champions League. Chelsea 0, PSG 3, PSG winning 8-2 on aggregate. Man City 1, Real Madrid 2, 5-1 on aggregate for Man City. Arsenal are through though to the Champions League quarter-final, winning 2-0 on the night and 3-1 on aggregate. Earlier on, Sporting beat Bodo Glimt 5-0 to seal their place in the quarter-finals, and Watford did beat Wrexham 3-1.
And United are getting back to that point of their cycle, but when people mention like it's Manchester United, so this should happen, or it's Chelsea Football Club, times change.
No one has a good
Chelsea
right for
Chelsea
anything.
Football Club is not the same football club anymore.
But again, ownership is a big thing, Kim, and I think we need to look at your own club to look at how big ownership can be.
Come on,
Oh my
David
God!
Raya.
Sorry, David Raya. Have a look at this save from
Big
David
save.
Raya.
And he's right to shout at his teammates, switch on, just see out the job.
There's a shot from close range with the left foot. He must have
My
got 10
keeper.
yards out, CJ. And David Raya throws himself to his right-hand side.
His reflexes are ridiculous. Man.
fingertip
He's
save
like
over.
a cat.
That's a great
He's
save.
like a cat. David Raya, thank you, man.
Kim?
Ownership like our ownership, and ownership like Chelsea